these were also in the ones when I created the ears mics. Of course, when the pipe that they were stored in fell apart, they became useful in another way. I am here to take your trigger requests, and I do need to check on something, but I can just slip those right there, and hopefully yes, yes, yes. Let me recall my spreadsheet. Hmm? You made a whole list of triggers. Yes, you can tell me all about it. And there's a good chance I'll be able to recreate it, and you can determine what past you meant. Yes, yes, just getting involved now. Pebbles, I know you also like to play along, so I would also like to say that you can also recommend things like cracking your back and glasses case. Do I have, oh, I have a couple of different ones. Here, this one. Yeah, I may not be all the way prepared. Yeah, I guarantee it's inside here, where there's velvet. The lid is better. It's a lot better, isn't it? We're just probing your chakras right now. Opening you up to the bamboo sensual. The children call me a mad scientist, but I certainly don't see myself as being mad. Indeed, I am perfectly safe. What you've said is quite true. After all, an insane person would put a microphone into a slug just because. But I put microphones into slugs because we need to learn what the slug thinks. And how else will you learn what a slug thinks unless you put the microphone in the slug? An insane person would open a glasses case and pull glasses out, and then shut it and throw away the case. A sane person, on the other hand, would reuse the case. The mysteries I have uncovered. Well, let me uncover a mystery for you. Anime girl boobs. You're welcome. See, you know, all that was needed was for someone to plant the thought in your head, like I planted the microphone in the slug. I did not plant the bamboo, however. I found my good friend Grok, and Grok planted and grew the bamboo vine in a less than perfect arrangement, I will admit. I wonder. Genius. And now, what of this? Oh, excellent. We've opened up the 742nd chakra. And now we are free to experience the secrets of the universe. This is microphone on 3DO as I speak through all 8 microphones. therefore I am. But I wonder. Oh, I understand. I understand. I understand. Haha. I am a mega genius. This is true. This is true. And also, I forgot to set the rain to loop. So I had to, in order for it to continue the cycle of water, will evaporate in due time, and we will see it again as rain. Even talk to your supposedly mad scientists. Need some generic gamer-related powdered energy supplements. Gamer subs, you know where I am if you want to add me to your roster of 500,000 streamers. Technically, though, that's not gamer subs, it's advanced GG. I am trying to use up one of the tubs I got like a year ago and never finished. Yes, yes. I must turn the rain down. This is not a rain dance after all. implanting microphones under your skin and tapping on the surface. The blood is flowing, isn't it? Yes. Breathe free. Breathe free just like my trigger requests. Common cold. Fingernails on speaking mic. Clever. As they would say in Jurassic Park, clever girl. The opening of the ninth gate of the bamboo. Freeze your inner rain to fall and freeze you to go to sleep if you're cold. There is nothing the doctor cannot solve. Sada, welcome back. Excellent. And I shall grind along with you here. Path of exile. A difficult game to get into. I have tried and thought to try to. I just wanted to do it so I could say, I'm okay at the game, and better than Elon Musk because at least I play. However, that is not a strong enough excuse to keep me playing a game. Mask off. Must return to my cool self. We're doing a root canal on your hair, planting many, many extra trees, strong follicles, so that you will forever have a full head of hair. Just like me, I'm 87 and look, hardly any grays, because I performed the hair root procedure on myself first. It was difficult. As in the jungle, we do not have mirrors. However, I succeeded, as you can tell. For each object, there are two sounds. Sada knows. Sada is also wise. Hello, wild bergamot. Welcome. If you have an ailment that my triggers can solve, simply say, yes, the mic collection video. These were in a homemade ears microphone originally, and it was so poorly made by myself. One must always learn and own up to mistakes that after a while it fell apart. But I also wonder, the echo is nice, isn't it? Except on my voice. about that experiment? Stipple, 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 stipple. Both. Let's bring you to the middle. Mhm. Gracious. Okay. It's not as impressive as I had originally thought. However, this is 6 microphones. And let's turn this around the other way. So once again we have crossed left and right. The best sound, I think. Not that great. Okay. The experiment has concluded with average, but the best experiment was indeed what if we'll do 2 more experiments to see if we can open your large intestine. Are these even good triggers? There is an ASMR artist who does bug hunting, searching. Another like dozen or so that I've seen that do lice checks. I just thought that was a little weird. Like, I understand like hunting and picking. Because it's a great sound, but like putting that in the title of your video, maybe I'm doing it all wrong. done picking, let me do that. And this needs to go that way. She would have something here. And she would sometimes put little plastic things in the mud. She would pluck them in. Which trick? The fingers? I would call it nothing like plucking. I wish I could remember her name. Because then I could just call it her name here. Yeah. I've gone down to just one mic because I'm sitting in a weird spot. So this mic is the only one that's on right now. Even if you don't get one of these mics, if you want something fun to play with, I highly recommend this cover. I think it was $7. It could have been like $2 or $3. I don't remember. And it is soft. Very soft. Very, very, very soft. Let's polish you up. Get you presentable. After all, you gotta go to prom at some point, don't you? Well, you don't have prom anymore because you're out of high school. Okay, that's fine. Well, let's get you presentable for after prom, which is the rest of your life. You mean plucking? You can, of course. If you ask for it enough, I'll actually remember what it is. No need to re-experiment and rediscover where we've already blazed a trail. it's cheap enough that I could get an extra one, and it would not set me back, really. And then I think one of these came with the Movo, and I have another one that came with the Blue Yeti. That's the name of it. It was such a piece of crap, I forgot what its name was. You hear that, Logitech? Your Blue Yeti has some serious quality control issues. I'm kind of surprised that my left hand is this okay. Yes, they do. It integrates very well with their streaming ecosystem as well. Actually, this is a Logitech, and this is a Logitech, and the light is a Logitech as well. Technically, I could have gotten Logitech controllable lights for behind me as well, but I can't put my elbow down casually when pumping the mic. But also, Stream Deck, owned by what is that called? Elgato, which also owns microphones, cameras, lights, the whole kit and caboodle. So Logitech and Elgato are direct competitors. I will say the exterior of the Blue Yeti is very nice, and I'm keeping the exterior, so eventually I'm going to put new guts inside the microphone, and hopefully I will have enough space to put two XLR cables coming out of it, and then I can have a hybrid mic that's not a Blue Yeti, but it still has stereo. Yes, Frankenstein mic. And I thought to myself, I should do it myself the whole way. And then I thought to myself, I really want the controls on the front to work. Maybe not the original controls, but the knob for turning gain up and down. That would be fantastic to work, and I can't solder wires at present. I did a long time ago. I graduated high school. This is going to date me horribly. In 2007. Some of you weren't born yet in 2007. And I took shop classes and electrical engineering 2002, 2003, and probably 2004. A little bit. So, in the year 2025, it has been 21 years since the last time I worked with electrical wires. Which again is older than some of you. Ooh. Fantastic. I mean, I know hot and neutral. But imagine, if you will, me minus 21 years of experience attempting to wire my own XLR cables with 3 axes, and I'm not sure what the 3 axes of the XLR do, or why it sounds better than USB most of the time. I had a thought. Another thought. I must. We must bow to the mission. You must contact me. Do no such thing. It's a trap. Jedi tells you it's a trap. Young Queen Padme Amidala ignores their advice, and that's how you get jumped on a desert planet. Maybe that's the wrong way to do that. Hold on. Would the internet be the Indian? Or would the internet be the Indian? The internet. Would the internet be the internet without an Indian explaining every tech issue? This is an existential question. What if I double this up? Maybe we get a better... Yes, that was a Star Wars reference. I am not succeeding in the way that I want to. I pulled out a bundle of your nerves, and I'm rewiring them. I can rewire nerves, I just can't rewire actual electrical wires. This is pretty good. instead of panicking, I just hooked up the mics and went live. When in doubt, hook up the mics and go live. Great advice. I have the 3DO hooked up right now. I just haven't used it. Indeed, and perhaps worth noting is I really need to get back to creating shorts at the very least, because the streams do not get the same views as the shorts, which do not get the same views as the uploaded videos. And actually, the uploaded videos were like 100 viewers, and the streams are like maybe 7 to 10, and the shorts are like 500. Some of those might be repeat customers. But let's get a little more. Well, I have not attempted, I can turn off the vocal mics, I have not attempted to create shorts from the lives. Now, obviously, in terms of effort, the lives are the easiest for me to produce. And videos like the ASMR repair robot are the most difficult. However, the ASMR repair robot performs among the top. It's like people can sense when you're putting in effort. Of course, I am putting a lot of effort. Of course, Wild Burgaport. I am glad, though, that I got this back out. probably not a whole lot. However, this is one of the best scrapes, is actually the top of the 3DO, and I realize it's out of camera right now. Yes, but it was a good experiment. Yes. However, I do not feel ASMR massaged. It's a bit like trying to tickle yourself. You're never going to actually succeed because you know when it's coming. But when someone else tickles you, it's that fear response where you don't really know what's going on and you don't have control of the situation. That's when you get the hee 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 hee. That's not to say it doesn't sound good. I mean, it sounds quite good, actually. And I will also say that this is probably the closest you will get to actually hearing my voice as if you were in person. As odd as that might be. Let me see if I can... Hello. I am close. Unfortunately, close. I bet when you hear this type of whisper, you can feel heat around your ear. besides which, it was 2,000 US dollars, and that was a lot of paychecks spent saving up for this mic, which sounds to me just like real life, so I probably won't get to try those others in their present form. However, I will say that eventually I may get the SR3D dummy head, because I cannot justify spending $8,000 to $10,000 on a Neumann dummy head mic. The only way that would happen is if this ASMR channel gets big and monetized, and y'all are like, you know what, let's get that mic and see how it sounds compared to this mic. However, honestly, on the internet and on YouTube, I can't tell the difference between expensive 3DO and the dummy head mic that's super expensive. I can't tell the difference. And I had 7 years of music in college. Yes, I've seen a lot of ASMR artists. They'll go to studios that have the dummy head mic and they'll use it in the studio. However, I don't have the time to do that or the money to rent the studios as often as they do. I think a lot of them are on some of those blue sites, if you know what I mean, and that's how they afford it, which good for them, I guess. Anyway, let's lower you down. Lower you down, 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 down. One thing I do need eventually is a better mic stand for this. But we'll end it here. Thank you very much for coming and hanging out. Pebbles, Sada, Wild Bergaport, and everyone else. Streamlabs tells me there are 7 people watching, and there have been 7 for like the last hour. That's pretty awesome. Thank you.